this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver, and as you can see today, we have actual William Beaver. I don't know if you know about this, William, but Fizzy has been hanging out inside of your cave, and in the last episode, he kind of took your place a little bit, but it looks like William's back to his home. Is he still in there, or has he gone and wandered off? Is Fizzy? Nope. Looks like Fizzy's gone off just to entertain himself today. But I will be joined by William, and I'll also be joined by Polly Reindeer, who is, of course, jumping up and down on the bed, and yeah, probably got a bit of a sore head at the moment. You can break a hole if you want there, Polly. If you break a hole, then you'll be able to jump properly on the bed. There we go. Now you don't bang your head. I need to add a hole so Polly can just jump up and down on the bed like that. Maybe there'll just be one section with a slightly raised roof. I would like to do that, but the thing is, my room's been pretty much exactly the same for so long that I just don't want to change anything. Like, I haven't changed anything in here for ever, pretty much, apart from a few of the paintings and things. So I always just don't want to change things. And something else I don't want to change is my diet. I like to eat a cake every morning, and I don't want that ever to change. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. I would also never change Barnaby, and I would also never change the love garden. At the beginning of every single episode, I go to the love garden and announce someone that has been added to it. And today, I guess I've changed things a little bit today, because I'm not adding someone to the love garden. I am adding two people to the love garden, and those two people are Ian and Brian. And the reason I'm adding Ian and Brian is because you can see them both here, and they've basically decorated an entire wall with pictures of myself and some of my friends as well. And that is a lot of dedication to draw all of those pictures and put them up on the wall like that. So yeah, I wanted to say thank you very much for drawing them all, and welcome to my love garden. Right then, let's go and get you to the doghouse, and then we're gonna go and head back to the film studio. So this is the plan for today. So the hope is, oh hello Harriet. The hope is we're gonna get the entire set done. At least, well, the thing is, so I realized that I did my film studio quite big, but it wasn't big enough, so I don't have enough room to build every single set I need. But normally, when they're making a film, they'll have their stage, and then they kind of basically keep changing the set depending on what scene they're doing. So we're going to kind of do that. We're going to basically build 3 different sets inside of the film studio, and then we can do probably about half of the film, and then we're going to go and build a new set in the next episode, so we can do the other half of the film. So then that way, we had all of the entire film made in just one place, but hopefully when you watch it, it's going to look like we've been in completely different areas. So the 3 sets we're doing today is we're going to do a village, which is where the film's going to start. We're also going to do a forest, which is where the main character is going to go to next. And then there's also going to be a green screen. And the green screen is very handy because I can basically make it whatever I want. And so I'm not going to really be doing many proper scenes in the green screen. That's mainly for if the characters are just traveling from one place to the other, then kind of just walk across the green screen, and that's an easy way to make them be able to do that. But first, before we go in, I have something to show you two. If you come here, you can see that you have your very own trailers. So they're here right next door to each other. So Polly, that is yours there, and William Beaver, that's yours there. So yeah, feel free to go in and have a look around. And actually, there's something I forgot. So Polly, I got some flower pots here for you. For all of the flowers you might get, but I forgot to put any flowers in it. So tell you what, you stay there. I'll be back in just 1 second. Let me go and pick some flowers for Polly, because I feel really bad giving her flower pots that are just left empty there. So let's see if I can actually get outside of the door, and let's pick some flowers here. And I think there's some blue ones over here. There we go. So we got 3 different types of flowers. We can go and put them in there for now. So then that way Polly just doesn't have 3 empty plant pots inside of her trailer. This should be this should be much nicer. Then yeah, we can then go inside and try and get some of the actual sets done. So there we go. We can go 1, 2, 3 there, just like that. And have you tried out the sofa, by the way? Well, the armchair, I guess. It's really, really comfortable. So hopefully this is going to be a nice place to hang out. And I got some music for you as well, Polly. Look at this. I got some music which you can play in the jukebox as well. And how are things going over here on William's side? He's there enjoying his armchair. I've also got here a nice wardrobe for you, and you can have all of your props and all of your different costumes kept inside of there. And hopefully we're going to be dressing up inside of the costumes later on. But before we do that, we need to get something done. We need to go and get the set done, because as you can see at the moment, I've added some lights, but apart from that, it's looking pretty empty right now. So let's start off by building the village set, because that's going to be the biggest set. So basically, we're going to build walls around the inside of the outside walls, just so we can make it look a little bit different, so we don't have this this kind of crazy zebra pattern all over the place. So yeah, this is where the village is going to be. So the background here is just going to be sky. It's basically just going to be blue sky, and so I guess if we do need to change it to nighttime, we could maybe change this to black with maybe like some buttons, could be stars. But for the first scene in the film, we're going to have a blue sky around here. So we're just going to fill all of this in blue. Then I'm going to go and grab some white wool, so we can go and add some clouds in. So we're then going to do the forest, which is going to be down in the back corner over there, and then the green screen is going to be in that corner over there, because I don't need as much room, because for this village scene, there's kind of going to be two sets in one. So there's the outside of the village, and then there's also going to be the house that belongs to the main character in the film. That's going to be kind of like another mini set that you're going to be able to actually go into. And I lost my shovel, didn't I? I forgot about that. My shovel broke in the last episode, and I've not made a new one. So let's go and make myself a new shovel now. So yeah, I'll be able to use that to dig out all of the floor. So let's go and get rid of this, and let's all go and dig out this floor as well now, so we can go and fill in the rest of the floor here, because this is going to look like a bit of a town square. So I'm just going to alternate between a normal stone block and then kind of the half slab stone blocks. I really like the look of the half slab stone block, and this is going to sound really stupid, but in my head it makes sense. So I wish they added a full block of the half slab stone block. And that might sound crazy, because you might say, well, they have, it's just the stone block. But it's not, because it looks different, doesn't it? The half slabs, they're kind of a slightly lighter color, and they kind of got a bit of a square around them. Like, I really like the look of the half slabs, but they don't have them. They're just not in the game. So it doesn't really matter, because you can kind of double them up, but it always just looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? And oh, that could have been a good opportunity for spontaneous spleef then, couldn't it? And I've just realized I didn't get a dog. The reason I didn't get a dog was I was going to go and get Fluffy, but I forgot on my way here. I got so distracted by talking on my way here. So yeah, I'm going to go and grab Fluffy in a minute, because I can't have an entire episode without a dog with me. So tell you what, I'll go grab Fluffy now. While I'm doing that, do you guys want to carry on this pattern and then maybe go and do the green screen? Because the way we're doing the green screen is the way we did it in the TV station. So we can have glowstone under the floor, and then carpets, and then just green all over the wall. So let me go and throw this stone here. Then I'm going to go and grab Fluffy. I can't go an entire episode without a doggy companion. That just won't do, will it? That just is unacceptable. And luckily, I don't need to go all the way to the doghouse, because the Pick-a-Pet pet shop isn't too far. It's actually kind of crazy how big this town is becoming. Like, in my head, it's still just like a row of about 5 buildings. Like, I don't know, just because you're building one thing at a time, like, it grows really slowly. It's like if you have a pet and you see it every single day, you don't really notice that it's growing, but everyone else does, because when they come and visit, they're like, whoa, it's got bigger. And you're like, really? Like, you can't tell, because you're just with it the entire time. So Fluffy, let me go and open your little pen so you can come and join us. There we go. I'm being joined by a dog. I just felt like a bit empty, a little bit empty and lost. I just felt like something was missing. And that's the fact that I normally have a dog. Well, actually, what it was I got hit by, I can't remember who it was. I got hit by either Polly or William, and I was like, oh no, my dog's going to attack them. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have a dog. That's not right. I'm supposed to always have a dog on me. All right, then let's go inside and let's try and get the rest of this village done. And whoa, looks like Polly made some pretty good progress on the floor there. So what I can do now is I can go and try and add in some of the clouds. I guess would be a good idea. So I got some white wool inside of this chest here, as well as a whole load of other spare materials that we're going to need. So yeah, let's go up here. And clouds are always one of the easiest things to do, because you kind of just go and just break away random blocks and just fill them in, and then you're kind of going to get a cloud looking shape. You really don't need to worry exactly what they look like. Kind of any sort of squiggle will look quite good. You just kind of want it to look quite random, I guess. So kind of something like that should be fine. There's another cloud there. It kind of looks a little bit like some sort of cryptic symbol, doesn't it? Like some old ancient language or something. But it's not. It's just some very simple clouds. And yeah, then we're going to add in some buildings, but we're going to do a bit of a trick when we add in the buildings, because of course we haven't got much room for many buildings in here. You know, it's kind of going to be buildings inside of buildings. So we're going to basically just build the like the front of buildings. Like, I don't know if you've seen like any making ofs of like old Western films or something, and they basically have like a whole 2D town. So it's basically just like the outline of a bunch of buildings, and so from the front you can't tell that they're 2D. You can't tell that they're 2D. So when you watch the film, they look real. They look like they're all real buildings. So only one of the buildings is going to be actually real, and that's because that's the one that we're going to be going inside of. So let's go and fill in the rest of these clouds. And so here's our backdrop. And so all I need to do is make sure that when I'm doing the film, I kind of don't step back too much. Because if I stay here, it kind of looks like this is pretty much endless. But if I stand back here, then you're going to go and see all of the rest of the room. So do you guys want to go and get to work doing the green screen? And while they do that, I'm going to go and start trying to fill in some of the buildings around here. So let's start off with the most important building, shall we? And that's the building that the main character is going to be inside of. So I got some spruce wood inside of here. So I'm going to do a pretty traditional looking building. I guess I kind of want this to look like a normal town. So let me explain a little bit about what the story is. So I'm going to explain some of the story because, of course, you know, I'm going to be filming it in video, so you're going to see it soon. But I don't want to tell you anything because I do want people to kind of still be surprised and enjoy the final film when we show it. So let me just tell you how the film starts. So basically, it's going to, actually, let me go and start placing down these blocks first, just so I can work it all out and make sure it's going to fit in. So yeah, I think if I can have this building going to here, then let's go out about, actually, let's have this one back just so I can have it slightly bigger. If I go and have it about here, then I'm going to go along 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's go like 6. Let's go along to there, and then we can have a window in the middle. Right, anyway, as I was saying, so the film is going to begin. It's going to be a normal town, but then there's going to be a clang of clashing swords as there's a sword fight. And there's going to be 2 mysterious characters. You won't know who they are yet. And they're going to be having a sword fight. And they're going to be battling away and saying, "Ha, you will never defeat me," and shouting at each other. A really dramatic opening just to get everyone's attention. And then one of the characters is going to shoot an arrow to distract the other one. They're going to turn to look at where the arrow went, and then that person's going to knock the sword out of the other person's hand, and then they're going to go, "Haha, I won." And then it's going to turn out that they're actually father and daughter, and they were only practicing sword fighting. And then the dad's going to say something like along the lines of like, "Oh, you need to train, you know, you need to keep up your concentration." And then she's going to be like, "Why does it matter anyway? Nothing exciting happens here." And then she's going to go inside of her house, and she's going to go to bed. But then there's going to be a loud like noise from outside, and someone is going to come and kidnap her dad. And then the whole story is about her trying to track down who stole her dad, and try and see why they stole her dad, and try and get him back. So that's kind of the main plot of the story. And so the sets we're doing today is, of course, the town, which will have everything for those first couple scenes. And then when the dad's going to be taken, he's going to say to the girl to go and head to the forest to go and meet another character who's going to help her out. And so that's going to be quite a funny character. The character she goes to meet, kind of like the comic relief character. Every good film needs a silly comic relief character. So that's who she's going to meet. And then he's going to give her a special item that's going to go and help her out. And then when she's doing all of the traveling, that's when we're going to use the green screen. So that's kind of the general idea so far. That's kind of the setup for the rest of the film. And so what I tried to do is, I literally just tried to use that crafting table the second you broke it away. I know it was completely in the way there. There we go. That's a better place to put the crafting table. Yeah, so the idea for the film was I wanted it to feel like a proper big feature-length film, but of course it's not going to be very long. It's probably going to be less than 10 minutes or so, if that. But I kind of wanted it to feel like a big film. So I kind of like followed the structure of a lot of big like blockbuster films, but of course it's going to be like a much shorter and I guess simpler films. That's kind of that's the plan. So I'm kind of talking about it in quite a big way. We don't know how it's going to turn out yet. We're just going to have to, I guess, wait and see. So here we go. This is the house. I don't need to worry too much about what it looks like on the inside. I guess I could put a bed inside of there just for now. And let's go and put a door on the front of the house, and all of the rest of the houses we do. And they're going to be much easier. They're going to be much quicker to do, basically because we don't need to build the inside of them. We basically just need to build like the outside of them, and then that's going to be Yeah, that's going to be the easier way to do them, because you kind of just need to see basically just this part of them, just the front of it, and just because you can't see behind them, it just should hopefully just all look real, and if it is, all entirely filled in. So there we go. This is the main character's home. This is the character that Polly is going to be playing. So let's go and add some torches on it. I can also go and add some glass as well. I've got some glass in this chest outside of here. So let's go and grab. I think I only needed 2 blocks of that. So yeah, let's go and grab a little bit of that. So we can go and put this down here for the windows. All right, then let's go and add in some of the other buildings around here. And tell you what, while we do that, Polly, do you want to build the backdrop for this area here? So this is going to be the forest. So if you kind of build this all with just dark green wool, and then we can do a bunch of 2D trees in front of that, and then that will be the forest almost ready. We're making pretty good progress here. Pretty good progress. All right, then let's go and try and quickly do another house down here. So let's do this one slightly different. Let's do this one out of cobblestone, and this one can literally be kind of just this. It doesn't need to go out any further than this, but we can still hopefully make it look like a real house. So that's the front there. Let's go and do a different type of door. Let's do a spruce door, shall we? Just to make it look slightly different. So let's go and put that down the front. Then you can see already it almost looks just like a house anyway. But let's go and add a roof on the top as well, just to kind of make it look more like a real house. So let's just go along there. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. That's meant to be the other way around. I always struggle with these stairs, don't I? Yes, let's go and do it this way round instead, and we can pretend that's a house there. Then let's do like a bigger building here, as if it's like a town hall or like a church or something. Let's go and build one of them at the end here, and then that can just be another building that's going to go and stand out, and then it's going to look like we have ourselves our nice little town here. So there we go. That's that building done. I should probably add something in between them both, actually. Let's put this crafting table inside of the house for now, and then it's kind of nicely hidden, but it also just looks like it's just part of the house as well. So what I might add like a little bush or something down here. If I go and get a little bit more of this spruce wood, and actually no, I won't do that right next to it, because it's going to blend into the house. I could do a tree then. How about we just do a tree just next to here? So if I kind of go and build up there like that, and then break that away, and build up here like this, this can be a tree. And so the way you can do the trees is kind of just like the rest of these buildings. I can kind of just go there like that, and then just add in these leaves here. And even though it's 2D, it should hopefully look pretty much like a normal tree. That doesn't look too bad, does it? That looks all right. So yeah, let's go and do the big building, and that's going to be on the other side here then. So I can kind of just go and make this up as I go along. But yeah, let's just go and kind of build something in here, and once again have it pretty well. Let's have this one being poking out slightly more. Let's have this one poking out to here, and then that way I can kind of link it to this section here. Then we just go and put a doorway in the middle, and let's kind of come up with some sort of weird shape at the top here. So I ran out of stone bricks, so let me go and make a few more of these. Then yeah, we can go and finish. Actually, let's do some stone stairs as well, as we can kind of make it go and slope up. And as I said, this is going to be like the town hall or something along those lines. So yeah, where is stone brick? I always struggle to find it. Is it in this section along here? Oh, I don't have enough smooth. Oh no, I do have enough smooth stone on me. Why can't I find stone brick? Is it in here? These are where normal bricks are. There's the nether brick and thing along there. Where are stone? Why can't I make stone bricks? Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, I could make them. I just couldn't see them. My bad, everyone. Yes, let's go and make some of them, and let's go and make some of these stone stairs as well here. And I tell you what, while I'm doing this, oh, I was going to say, do you guys want to start doing the forest? But it looks like they already are one step ahead of me. So yeah, you can kind of see how this is basically going to be the same design as the rest over here. So let's go and fill this into the same height as we did on the other side here. It's obviously much quicker than if we were actually having to build all of these buildings. Do I have any more stone bricks on me? Have I run out already? It's okay, because I can just use these stairs. Because you're not even going to really see this section anyway. And then we can kind of just do stairs leading up to the top there. And let's just kind of do cobblestone for this section here. I just make it look a little bit different. So the thing is, I'm not trying to make any of this look fancy or amazing. So what films often do is they'll have the character kind of start off in quite like a normal, simple place, and then in the adventure, they kind of leave that sort of safe place and go to more of the amazing places. So I kind of want this to be as much of a simple looking town as it can be. So let's go and have that going down to there, and we can then go and add another doorway on the front there. So here we go. Here is our lovely looking town. It looks quite good. Oh no, I fell down a hole. I fell down a hole then. Sorry, Polly. I didn't know you were digging around here. Let's go and try and get my way back up to the top here. And yeah, let's check it out. I think this looks pretty awesome. I might add like another window at the front there. If I add, what I could do, if I add black wool behind that gap there, and then put a window in front of it, then that way you're not going to really be able to see in. It's just going to look like from the outside, like it's really dark inside of there. As if I just go and add one window pane and put it on the front there, yeah, then that way it's just going to look like there's a normal looking window there. And then I think I'll say that this village section is pretty much complete. So yeah, let's go and help out with the rest of the area here. So we're basically just going to have bits of gravel inside of the gaps around there, and kind of just leaves on the ground as well. I kind of want it to look like it's just like a forest floor, I guess. So what we can do is just go and add yeah, bits of gravel, and then also just some like leaves scattered around here as well. So if we break some holes and just throw a few random leaves underneath down here, I just kind of want it to make it look more like a natural forest. And this is going to be a little bit darker, this area as well. We're not going to have all of these torches here as well, which is actually going to make it easier for us, because it's going to make it much more like it kind of all blends in together, because if it's really lit, you can kind of see that, oh, that's just some that's just some green wool, and you can kind of just see that it's a set. But if we have it all a little bit darker, then everything's just going to kind of blend into each other a little bit better. So yeah, let's just go and add another tree down there, and kind of we can just go and add a bunch of other leaves just kind of around the place, just to kind of make the backdrop just look a little bit more like it's just kind of a random forest background. And then you'll see that if we kind of stand here, it does kind of look like you're a little bit in a forest, doesn't it? So there we go. This is pretty much our 3 sets complete, isn't it? So we have our town, we have our forest, and we have our green screen. So tell you what, let's have a go. Let's have a little practice. Let's have a little bit of a dress rehearsal, filming the first scene. So do you two want to go to your trailers, and do you want to get into your costumes? So we're ready to start the first scene. I haven't mentioned the names of any of the characters yet, and I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to stick with these names, but I think I want the main character's name to be Renna, and then Renna's dad to be called Lotto. And they're kind of Italian names, and I don't know why I chose Italian names, but I think they just sounded good. And so I kind of might stick with that theme throughout the rest of the other characters. I don't know, maybe this is set in Italy, so it's a bit of a fantasy film as well, because a lot of the villains and monsters are going to be kind of like mythical creatures, I guess. So yeah, I'm not really sticking to reality. This film is going to be, if I'm all honest, a little bit all over the place, but hopefully it's going to end up pretty fun. So let's just have a little bit of a practice of the sword fight, and we can see what it would look like when we do it in the actual film. So there we go. There is Polly dressed up as the hero of the film, dressed up there as Renna with her acting sword. It's a fake sword. It's a prop. It's not a real sword. And this is your house over here, Renna. You can maybe come out of here, and then here is Lotto. Here is her father, who's going to be teaching Renna how to sword fight. So if I just now go and turn off my hand, then basically I am the camera now. I am basically the lens that everyone can be everyone will be watching through. So let's kind of just play it around a little bit. So I'll tell you what, if you start off inside of there, Renna, you start off inside of the house. When I say action, oh, poor Fluffy sitting down there. When I say action, I want you to both run out. I want you to both go clang, 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 clanging at each other. Then I'm going to say now. When I say now, I want you to fire the arrow into this wall. Renna, I want you to look at the arrow, and then you go and swipe Renna's sword out of her hand. Peekaboo. And then you can just nod your heads a little bit. Because the good thing about making films in Minecraft is they can just nod their heads. Then I can add the voices in later and basically make them say whatever I want them to say. But don't worry, I'll make you say nice things. Right then, so I'm going to pan across the camera just like this. And then when I say action, I want you to both run out. Right then, let's begin the first shot of the film then. So I'm here gonna go do a nice gradual pan across showing the scene, and action. I need both players to run out, and now you have your dramatic sword fight. So this is where I can add in lots of sound effects, lots of clanging, and now shoot your arrow at the wall just to distract her, and then that way she's going to go and look at the arrow, then swipe the sword out of her hand, and then you've won the sword fight. And now you can just go and talk to each other. So you can just go and nod your heads and look up and down and have a little bit of a chat. And so now what I'd do is I'd say stay still, and then I'd then move forward, and then I'd get a few different shots. So I'll get a nice close-up of Renna here, and then she can carry on talking, and then I could go and get another shot, just like this, of Lotto, and then that can be him there speaking, and then maybe just another shot of both of them talking to each other like this. And then what I can do is basically just cut between all of the 3 different shots, and yeah, make ourselves a little bit of a scene. You shouldn't really look straight down the camera and then eat an apple, though. That's not the the normal way to act in a scene. So yeah, that is the end of this episode here. I am going to show you a little clip of what we just filmed would look like if I edited it all together and added in sound effects and stuff. So it's not the final shot we're going to use. I'll spend a little bit more time on it. But yeah, it will give you a good idea of how we're going to film the entire film. But sadly, that is the end of this episode here. So all I want to do is to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!